Now, Washington Mornings on the Mall. 105.9 FM. And AM 630.
WMAL. 8:07 on WMAL. Brian Neiman, Brian Wilson with you on a Friday morning. Wilson's going on vacation tomorrow, so he has his flip-flops on, all ready to go.
Well, I sort of think of Friday as Flip-Flop Friday. I like to sort of begin my weekend a little early by flaunting, the fact that I'm on the radio. And when I worked in TV, it was coat and tie and dress shoes every day.
Every day.
Every day. Every day you went to work, that's what you had to wear.
I thought you TV people could show up and wear jeans or shorts, and just as long as you have the tie and the jacket on, because you only really see from the waist up on TV.
Well, that has happened.
Does it happen?
I have done that. And in fact, I got worn out one time because on the Fox News Channel I was doing my weekend show and I had jeans on and you couldn't see them except in this one wide shot. And somebody said, "You have jeans and tennis shoes on." So I had to stop doing that.
Right.
Yeah, and I have done it on other sets where you have shorts on.
You wear the shorts.
You wear a coat and tie and then the shorts, and people don't know except people that you work with. I have done that.
Okay.
But most times you have to wear a coat and tie. And so in radio, it's different.
Yeah, right. Not radio, you can wear whatever you want to wear. Nobody cares.
You come to work every day, you got holes in your jeans. I do.
I'm not afraid of it either. Jonah Goldberg joins us now. He's a fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, also founding editor, National Review Online, LA Times columnist, Fox News contributor. He's got 1,000 different jobs and also has written a book called The Tyranny of Cliches. Good morning, Jonah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? And I'm wearing the same outfit as the Gimp from Pulp Fiction.
Is that right? Boy, that's an image. That's fantastic. Brian and I were just discussing before we had you on we think that we wish there was a way that you could monetize Twitter for yourself because we think you're the funniest guy on Twitter.
We do. We thoroughly enjoy your musings throughout the day. Whenever I see a Jonah Goldberg tweet, I stop and I read it.
Well, thank you very much. We'll get you the best doctors.
Yeah. Just an example, Jonah, yesterday, I wish some dippy liberal mayors would try to block hate single malt scotch from their city so I could show my solidarity. That would be fantastic. So what do you make of the whole Chick-fil-A phenomenon earlier this week? Is there a deeper meaning than just, a chicken sandwich here, Jonah?
Well, of course it's a deeper meaning than a chicken sandwich. I think it's one of the more... Look, if we still lived in a Frank Capra age, this would be a Jimmy Stewart movie with, Jimmy Stewart wearing a big Chick-fil-A apron making sandwiches. And I love this story. It's, this was an example of a bunch of politicians trying to score very easy points by demagoguing something that didn't need to be demagogued and bullying a business that they had no business bullying. And there was a backlash. I personally don't think that everybody who showed up at Chick-fil-A on Chick-fil-A Day was there because they oppose same-sex marriage.
You're right.
My sense is a good chunk of them just hated the bullying, just thought it was overkill. And, what I think is interesting, speaking of Twitter, Michelle Malkin just pointed out that they haven't even had their kiss-in. The gay rights activists are going to have a kiss-in at Chick-fil-A.
Right. Sure.
And it hasn't even happened yet. It's already gotten vastly more coverage than Chick-fil-A Day did, because there is just the amount of mainstream media cheerleading for the other side of this argument is just pretty much total. And I think that's part of the reason why people go to these things, is because they've the sense that they can actually break through that double standard and sort of stick it to the man. And I think it was a great story.
What do you think about Mitt Romney's travels? Because, everything I've seen to read talks about gaffe after gaffe after gaffe after gaffe made by Mitt Romney on this international trip. But when you really drill down on it, I'm not so sure that that's fair and accurate reporting.
Yeah, I think it's ludicrous. The London thing, I think, is a legitimate question. Did he really need to step on his message? And he's never going to win a shouting contest with Boris Johnson, the mayor of London. That's impossible. But the other things, what was it? It was in Israel. He said that culture has something to do with prosperity, which is one of the most incandescently obvious points that is more confirmed by history and social science than any other.
Geraldo called him a bigot for that comment.
Yeah, so personally, I kind of think if you're not pissing off the Palestinian Authority, you're doing something wrong. And then the last one, I mean, so it started with this: he's attacking the whole nation of Britain, and it ends with some press flack rightly reading the riot act to some self-important reporter. And that's supposedly the third gaffe, and all you need is 3 items in any story to say a trend. And so I thought it was one of these incredibly bogus. The press feels sorry for itself and wants to assert itself, and created this nonsense story.
Well, now that he's back, though, and do you sense that we are any nearer to having an announcement about a vice presidential running mate?
Well, I mean, if you just think about it and how the space-time continuum works, we have to be nearer.
That's right.
Right?
It's within 4 weeks. We know that.
Right. So, I mean, one day on the calendar before the announcement has been torn off. We just don't know how many more days there are. But my sense is the thing you hear more and more is that he wants to do this with a good lead time before the convention. I think you could come up with a really interesting chart that would show the inverse ratio of distance out from the convention and boringness of the pick.
Right.
Because the further out from the more boring the pick, the further out from the convention he wants to do it. So he doesn't announce somebody that lets loose this collective, oh no, kind of gasp from the convention floor. But I'm not sure he wants to do it in the middle of the Olympics. So maybe when that's over, but you keep hearing that he wants to do it soon. So my guess is that he'll do it soon.
Yeah, but you think it's going to be a boring white guy?
I do. I would bet that way.
Who do you think? I mean, honestly, put your money down. Who do you think it's going to be?
Probably Portman.
Ah!
Yeah.
See, that's what I say.
Yeah, no, I'm not. When you made that gasp, it kind of reminded me of that scene in Animal House when they show the picture of Flounder on the slide. I think it's going to be Portman. I think what their strategy is that they want to, sort of the same way that Bill Clinton picked Gore in '92,
right,
to reinforce this brand as new Democrat, different kind of Democrat, new South, all that. And this, of course, was before Gore went sort of crazy hippie. And I think that they want to reinforce this image of grown-ups coming to Washington who are just going to fix things.
All
right. Sounds like Jonah's phone is
as great as
going
Jonah is on Twitter. That's as bad as his phone.
Yeah,
is
we're
right
gonna help you buy a better phone, Jonah.
That's right.
There's this thing you may have heard about it. It's called a phone line, a hard line. Yeah.
Thanks. You can take it up with your producer.
Yeah, we will. Yes, go ahead.
Who I gave my landline number to, and she misdialed.
Oh, no, not her. She's an angel. How dare you attack her? An attack on Heather Smith is an attack on this show. We will not have it.
We will not have it.
Maybe you guys at WMAL might want to not dip into the single malt scotch so early.
Never. All right, Jonah. Always good to have you on the program. Thanks very much.
6:15 on 6:15 on.
Wait. You are into the scotch. It's 8:15. It's not 6:15.
Yeah,
My goodness, people are freaking out. They're already at work. They're heading to work, man. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this right, and I have to look at the little red card, and I can't look at the little red card and the clock at the same time. Let me try that
again. Hit the sauce a little early.
Man, you're giving